he can be a villain.
I am pretty despicable. Alright, I'm not Minnie. Please stop calling me that.
When I was doing my research for this, I actually realised this has a bit of a record because it's the last film that was planned to come out in 2020 that has finally hit cinemas 2 years later. How does that feel for you? Is it good that they waited this long to get the big screen experience?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think it's a kind of movie that's best when you go see it with a big group of people in a theater.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad they waited.
Yeah, definitely. And after playing this character for more than a decade, is there a particular thing that gets you like in the Gru zone, like a particular bit of clothing or a little mindful?
You kind of fall back into it. You know, you kind of, as soon as we start going through the dialogue, you start to feel it. This was a little different because Gru's voice and his demeanor is a tiny bit different too, because he's so young and so earnest and excited. And older Gru is a little more weary and a little more crusty and more reserved in that way. So it was fun. It was fun kind of finding a different version of the same character.
Was it harder to do like the slightly higher pitched,
Slightly
younger
higher
version?
pitched,
Yeah.
Slightly higher. And it's pinched as well as pitched. He's kind of up like this. So that's what I imagined little Gru was going to be talking like.
What do you think it is about the Minions and Gru and Despicable Me in general that's proven so long-lasting and so popular with fans?
It's such a, you never know. You just, there's no way of, when we made the first one, we thought this, I thought it turned out great. I was so impressed with what the animators did, what the writers had done. And they created this world that was so unlike anything that I'd seen. And it was a little darker, a little edgier, there was a little something different about it. And kids loved it, and they loved the Minions for sure. That, I think, was a stroke of genius. And when they were first described to me, I couldn't, for the life of me, understand what they were talking about. And then when you saw them, in the film, completely made sense. But I don't know. I think the fact that they're all in good fun. There's a kindness that underlines all of it, and a decency and a love, and just a sweetness to it all. And they're funny. And I think all of those things combined, maybe that's kind of the alchemy, but it's hard to say. You never know when something's going to work and when it's not.
Definitely. And with this one, they keep expanding the world and bringing amazing new talent in. Like you had Michelle Yeoh, you had Jean-Claude Van Damme in this one.
Yeah.
You don't get to work with any of them, I'm guessing, because when it comes to animation, it just
No.
doesn't happen. Have you been able to meet the cast since, or
No,
is it still
I
just
hope
all completely separate?
It's like always at the premiere.
Yeah.
Like you meet these people that worked on the film and that you've never met. But it's exciting too. Like I can say, yeah, I've worked with Julie Andrews. Sure. I'll put that on my resume. Yeah, she played my mother. So I think it's also kind of a badge of honor. Like these people jumping in and being in these movies, I think is a testament to the series as well, that people want to be a part of it.
Definitely. And it's already been confirmed that we're getting Despicable Me 4 in 2024. Has work started on that? Are you allowed to say anything yet, or is it because they're long process? Yeah.
No, I've started.
Yeah. Okay.
We've done a couple sessions so far. It's a continuation of the story. Gru and Lucy are married. They're a family at this point, and it's kind of the next step in their world with the anti-villain league and how their kids are included in the whole process. So it's the most logical next step in the continuation of their story as a family together.
Just finally, you've been lucky enough to play Gru for more than a decade now, but the trend at the moment in cinema is like legacy sequels and bringing back characters that people loved before. Is there anyone in particular you look back at your career and you're like, well, yeah, I'd love to see what they're doing in like 20 years' time or different?
Not really. This was a sort of a different thing, but like I don't think I've played a character that I would necessarily that I think about that way, or like I wonder what they're doing now, or I'd like to see, because they're all of those things feel sort of encapsulated, and they're like unto themselves, and they exist in their own sort of time frame.